Think about it. With a hook like this, what else could you do besides hanging things? It sounds simple, but if you use it the right way, it can actually be quite handy for many tasks. I'm going to try cutting it, combine it with a few materials I already have at home, and see what I can make with it. I'm choosing the straight part and cutting it off. I decided to use a metal hook instead of a plastic one, since it's sturdier and can handle more pressure without breaking. Next, I'll cut and shape it a bit to get the form I need. The metal is quite tough, so I have to work carefully to make it smooth and even. I mark a point at 15 centimeters, then divide that section into 2 equal parts of 7.5 centimeters each. This will help me keep the measurement precise when bending or attaching later. Next, I'll grind one end of this metal rod to make it sharp. After grinding it, the tip becomes quite sharp. Be careful. Stay tuned till the end. You won't believe what this turns into. Next, I'll prepare a plastic bottle. This one's easy to find and perfect for what I'm about to do. I'll mark a few points on the bottle cap, so the drilling later stays aligned and doesn't go off-center. I'll drill these 3 holes. After drilling, I'll shape the bottle cap a little to get it ready for the next step. Once it's shaped, I take 2 screws, insert them into the holes on each side, and secure them in place. Tighten them all the way until they're snug against the cap. Next, I'll attach the bent metal rod into the center hole of the bottle cap. I'm going to put some hot glue inside the bottle cap, making sure it fills the space around both the screws and the metal rod. This will firmly hold everything in place and prevent any wobbling or loosening later. Now it looks just like a little crank handle, doesn't it? Next, I'll grab a metal can. You can also use a food can for this. It doesn't have to be new, and either type works perfectly. Just make sure it's clean and sturdy enough for what we're going to do next. I'll mark 2 points on the bottom of the can where I'll drill holes. This ensures the holes are in the right place and evenly spaced for the next step. Oh no, I accidentally drilled the second hole in the wrong spot. But it's not a big deal. I can simply mark a new spot a little bit away from the first one and drill again. Mistakes like this happen, and it won't affect the final result at all. So there's no need to worry. Next, I'll draw a line from the center of the can to the drilled hole. This will help guide the placement and alignment for the next steps. Then, I'll use a cutting tool to cut along the line I just drew. After making the cut, I'll take a screwdriver and gently pry the metal, creating a slight gap between the two pieces. This small offset is important for the next step. Then, I'll carefully file and sharpen the edge to give a smooth blade-like finish, making it look and function more like a plain blade. Next, I'll cut off a portion of the bottom of the plastic bottle. Then, I place the metal can on top and use a heat gun to shrink the bottom of the bottle, making it fit snugly around can. Have you guys figured out what this is yet? Yep, this is a homemade tool for making those delicious spiral cut potatoes. With it, you can turn a regular potato into a fun, twisted snack, perfect for frying or roasting. It's simple but really clever, and you'll be surprised how effective it is once you start using it. Now I'm going to test how this tool actually works. Let's dive in and see it in action. First, I'll prepare the potato by washing it thoroughly and peeling off all the skin. It's important to make sure the surface is clean and smooth, so the blade can cut through easily and create an even spiral. Once it's peeled, the potato is ready for the next step. Next, I'll insert the metal rod straight through the center of the potato. This will keep it steady while cutting and help the spiral form evenly all the way through. Then, I use the two side screws to pin the potato in place. This helps keep it from spinning loosely while I start cutting, making the spiral more precise and even. When I start turning the handle, the blade twists through the potato, slicing it in a continuous spiral shape just like a tornado potato. When I remove the cap at the bottom, the potato comes out perfectly spiral-shaped, a smooth, even twist from top to bottom. It's really satisfying to see how neatly it forms after all the steps. The spiral turns out beautifully even and smooth. Each slice has the same thickness, curling neatly around just like the ones you see at street food stalls. It looks really impressive for something made with simple tools. It ended up breaking apart a little, but that's mostly because I'm still getting the hang of using the tool. Once you get used to the motion and keep a steady hand while turning, the spiral will come out perfectly in one continuous piece. I'll do the same thing with the next potato. Skewer it onto the metal rod, secure it with the side screws, and start turning the handle again. This time, I'll move more slowly and steadily to get a cleaner, smoother spiral. And that's it, with just a few simple materials. We made a handy little tool for creating spiral cut potatoes right at home. It works surprisingly well, and once you get the hang of it, you can make perfect, evenly twisted snacks anytime you want. Simple, fun, and definitely worth a try. And that wraps it up for today's project. A simple hook, a can, and a plastic bottle. Who would have thought they could turn into such a fun and useful tool? If you enjoyed this idea, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of my next DIY experiments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.